Assemble! Stay dandy, baby. The Digimon Adventure anime series has returned. You guys want me to review it, so I'm gonna check it out. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm very excited over that prospect because so far, I'm very much enjoying this reboot of Digimon Adventure. I just want to thank all of you who watched my last review of the series and all of the commenters who want me to continue to review this show. It's an absolute nostalgia blast, and I'm just really enjoying this adaptation of Digimon Adventure, and I think I'm really loving it for the fact that it's doing something completely brand new. This is so different from the previous Digimon Adventure, from the one that I grew up watching on Fox Kids of all places. If you know what Fox Kids is, you're definitely kind of a 90s kid. But this episode right here is awesome as we're finally introduced to the character who was originally known as Matt in the English version of Digimon Adventure. In the Japanese version, he's known as Yamato Ishida. And Yamato's Digimon, of course, is Garurumon, who was always one of my favorites. I loved the design of this monster. Just a big giant white wolf with blue stripes who blasts people with blue fire. And getting to see him return in this episode was nostalgic to say the least. You can already see that there's a little bit of tension between Yamato and Tachi. And Tachi, of course, being more like the olive branch of friendship, and Yamato being sort of like the lone wolf, which is, of course, perfect because his Digimon partner is indeed a giant, super-powered monster wolf. It's great. But this episode right here got into some surprising dark territory, and that's something that I've always really loved about Digimon, especially like when compared to Pokemon. I mentioned that in my last review, how the Digimon anime series differentiated itself from Pokemon, not just in its overall thematics and designs of its monsters, but its actual storytelling, and how it's not afraid to actually go into territory that does not talk down to its younger viewers. It's the type of show that an older person could watch and a younger person could watch, and they could get something completely different from it. The younger viewers are going to like the giant monster battles, and the older viewers are going to like the fact that there's actually an intriguing storyline going on. And this episode right here certainly delivered, with lots of really fantastic action and a really great cliffhanger ending. So this episode was sort of a continuation of the last one with Tachi being stuck in the net. I originally thought that this was actually the digital world and it was going to be taking on like a brand new form. It's actually just like an entirely different place that's being taken over by these virus Digimon, which apparently go by the name of Argomon. I know this thanks to my commenters. Unlike the original show, when like a brand new Digimon was introduced, they would always like tell you what its name was. Here it looks like they're going to be doing things a little differently, even in terms of like how the actual Digimon themselves digivolve or evolve throughout the course of the series. We might not see like any reused animation, and I kind of like that. It adds this layer of mystery to the world. But basically this giant virus Digimon is taking over the net and hacking into all of these weapon systems which actually exist on Earth. And it's actually taken over this massive US submarine which has all of these giant missiles, and it's planning on taking one of these missiles and launching them directly at Tokyo. So Tachi and Yamato are going to have to team up together with their Digimon partners to stop this evil virus Digimon, and that's where the episode just explodes into a lot of really great action and amazing animation scenes, which again completely trump everything that was in the original 90s Digimon anime series. Just the way the characters move and run and execute all of their attacks is just so much more enthralling looking than it was in the original 90s. It really shows like how far this animation has come. Then again, the original 90s Digimon anime series was definitely kind of a low budget effort. Again, one of those shows that I think was made more for the kids, which are way less critical when it comes to this type of stuff. They see cool monsters and they love them. As an adult, of course, I always look for the animation errors and how things can look good or bad. And while the show is not perfect, it's still miles above anything that was the original Digimon Adventure. The good thing about this episode is I was originally afraid that Yamato was just not going to work with Tachi at all. He was going to try to do things his own way, and while he is sort of like rubbed the wrong way by Taichi's attitude of being like this like super happy, energetic guy, he doesn't reject his help at all. They actually do end up working together, and seeing Greymon and Garurumon fight back against Argomon is one of the best parts of this entire episode. It's getting to see them execute all of their signature signature attacks. And Argomon is no slouch. It's incredibly powerful, actually transforming multiple times throughout the course of the episode. We get to see its larger form that was introduced in the last one, and here it digivolves into this massive form, which is really creepy when compared to some of the Digimon that I've actually seen from the past. Again, I'm not sure what its other names are going to be when it actually transforms. I'm just still going to refer to it simply as Argomon at this point. But it leads to this really fantastic scene where Greymon and Garurumon have to like basically get at point blank range to take this thing out by biting down on it and then executing their big attacks, the Great Flame and the Fire Fox, which causes this thing to absolutely explode. And it all leads up to that moment, and that's the moment where you think they're actually going to stop it from using its virus to take over the submarine and fire a missile, but it actually doesn't end up working at all. And in a very dark change, this giant missile just explodes out of the ocean and is heading directly for Tokyo. So everybody is completely screwed here, and to make matters worse, Argomon actually digivolves yet again into an even more intimidating and super powerful form. And this thing just looks apocalyptic. It's crazy. I'm really curious as to like if we've already reached like mega levels with this Digimon. Like that's always the way it goes. It's like rookie, champion, I believe ultimate, and then mega. I think that's the way that they're actually doing it here. And this thing is, we're already seeing mega level Digimon in like the second episode of the series, which is crazy. And I originally thought at the end of the episode that Tachi and Yamato, Garurumon and Greymon were going to utilize their power and go ahead and just give us Metal Garurumon and War Greymon, but they actually ended up going even crazier than that. The episode ends, and I need to stress this is kind of a big spoiler here. The episode does end with both Garurumon and Greymon fusing together to become none other than Omnimon, who is an incredibly powerful Digimon in the series. Like I said, already in episode 2, we are already seeing mega level Digimon in the series. The episode ends with Omnimon appearing, getting ready to throw down with Argomon, which leads me to believe the next episode is just going to kick all sorts of Digi ass. I'm really looking forward to it. So, what's the rundown on the second episode of Digimon Adventure? Again, this is a reboot that is doing things right. They could have quite simply just copied all of the storytelling hallmarks from the original show and just given a brand new fresh coat of paint. But no, they did something different here. So far, both episodes are completely different than anything that we've seen from the previous show. Just the fact that they already introduced Yamato, who's already like familiar with his Digimon partner, is completely different than anything from the original series. The fact that they haven't even entered the digital world where the Digimon supposedly live is already kind of interesting in and of itself. And it's giving us this intriguing storyline about these Digimon, which are leaving their world and trying to infect ours and potentially destroy it. And why that's happening is still a complete mystery. I will say that if you're not familiar with Digimon, this might seem kind of confusing with everything that they're actually throwing at the viewer. It's the type of show that I think you'll benefit from enjoying a lot more if you at least have some sort of familiarity with the concept of Digimon, or you at least watched the original 90s show. This is great though. I love it. I also really love how at the very end of the episode, they're already hinting at the fact that the other Digidestined are out there. We're already getting some views of them. And even the big scene where Omnimon is about to appear for the very first time, there's a great scene of Taichi's younger sister and Yamato's younger brother as they're seeing these like floating feathers coming down from the sky as they're about to capture them. And right as that happens, that's when Omnimon appears. And I think this is some sort of connection, of course, to those two characters having their Digimon partners who eventually become Angemon and Angewomon. That right there is a really nice foreshadowing as well. And like I said, I just didn't expect to see this high-powered of level Digimon like this early on in the series. And it's doing a great job of letting us know that, yeah, this time things are going to be different. Maybe even the entire storyline in general. The implication of the title of the next episode is that we are eventually going to get to the traditional digital world, but I still feel that even when we get there, things are going to completely change in terms of the actual storyline that we're going to be seeing. I don't think we're going to be seeing the same old storyline from Digimon Adventure, and I'm kind of glad. like I said, we could just be seeing like a better fresh coat of paint version of the original show, but they're going the extra mile by doing something different and subverting our expectations in what I think is actually a good way. So yeah, I'm totally digging this show right here, and it doesn't hurt either. Like I said, the animation scenes and the battles look really freaking awesome, especially when compared to the original. So I really liked this episode. It had a great cliffhanger, and it's got me even more excited to see what's going to be happening next in the big reboot of Digimon Adventure. I'm giving this episode a solid 4 out of 5. While I did like the animation, there were some artwork moments that looked a little wonky and a little sloppy, but for the most part, this was a pretty high-quality Digimon experience that any fan who loved the original series or anyone new who wants to get into it who's familiar with Digimon definitely needs to check it out. I think this is going to be one of the more interesting reboots I've seen in quite some time. So there it is. That's my thoughts on this episode. If any of you guys watched it, please tell me what you thought about it in the comment section below. How are you liking this Digimon Adventure compared to the original? What did you think of Greymon and Garurumon battling against Argomon? And what about Omnimon showing up at the end of the episode? What's the deal with that? What do you guys hope to see from the future of Digimon Adventure? Let's discuss all of it in the comment section below. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Make sure to digivolve into your mega form and hit that like button right now. It's super easy to do and it helps out these videos a lot. But one of the best ways to help these videos out, aside from watching them and giving them likes, is to check out my Patreon account. Check it out in the description box below. A little bit goes a long way. If you guys donate even just $1 a month, I will review an anime series of your choice. Remember, if I get a lot of requests, it might take a while to get to that, but this is your opportunity for me to talk about a show that you love. So there it is. Thank you guys for watching this review. I'll see you all next time. And as always, stay dandy, baby.